So, let's begin at 5 minutes. We begin, as we always do, with the numbers. This is episode 26 of TrampCast. Therefore, we'll do a few facts and figures about the number 26. Here's an interesting one. From my perspective, you might not think so. We're going to talk about this later. We might not carry on with the numbers, I don't know. You'll have to let me know whether you like them or not, or whether this is just me inflicting pain and misery on you. 26 is the only known integer that is 1 greater than a square number, but 1 less than a cubic number. Obviously 26 is 1 greater than 25, which is 5 squared. And it's 1 less than 27, which is 3 cubed. 3 times 3 times 3. There you go. In darts, 26 is known as the joke throw. You're aiming for the 20s. There's 1 and 5 either side. Can't remember which way around now. 5 to the left as you're looking at the dartboard. 1 to the right, I think. And you hit the 20, and your next dart clips that first dart and jumps off either to the 5 or the 1. In the second dart, you try and correct, and it jumps off and clips and goes the other way. Clips the other side. So you end up with 26, which is a very poor score for someone who knows what they're doing. Okay, a couple of American factoids for you. The 26th state to join the Union in the US was Michigan. I don't know if we've got any Michiganders out there. I don't even know if Michigander is the correct noun for you guys. I hear a guy I follow online use the term. I don't know if it's legit or if it's a joke term. So apologies if I'm offending anybody. But Michiganders is the word that I know. Another American factoid. The 26th Amendment was introduced in 1971 and is known as the old enough to fight, old enough to vote doctrine or doctrine, covenant, amendment, whatever word you're going to use. Basically, it was considered ridiculous that you could be old enough to go off and fight for your country and die for your country, but you couldn't vote, because in some places the legal age was 20 or 21. So this amendment unified the age for voting as 18 across the entire United States. Now somewhere here I've got another one that's about America, and I can't find it. That's just me. Okay. Lost already, see? Disorganized. This has all been a rush, guys. I was still writing these notes a quarter of an hour before we went live. And at that point, I'd not even made the stream, I don't think. So here we go. Deaths. Notable deaths at the age of 26. Jean Harlow, the original bombshell blonde. And a more infamous one, I guess. John Wilkes Booth. This is the American one, isn't it? Assassinator of Abraham Lincoln in the theatre that day. I had another one here. This one's American as well. At the age of 26, American males cannot be drafted into the US Army. 25 is the upper age for conscription. Now you know. I'm sure that come a big enough need, new laws would be passed in a heartbeat, and that would all go away overnight. Okay, I think kind of finally here, there's a few factoids all about the same topic. Each week, there's always one from the periodic table. We've always got some chemistry in here, even though I literally know nothing about chemistry, guys. Nothing. I've mentioned this in the past. Acids and bases, I got left behind. It's pathetic, really. But I must have missed something somewhere. But here we are, 26 on the periodic table. The atomic number 26 is iron, Fe, which is short for ferrum. But we all more likely know the term because of ferrous metals. It is the most used and cheapest metal. Now I'm not sure which causes which there. Is it the fact it's the most used that makes it be the cheapest? Or the fact it's the cheapest that makes it be the most used? Or is it this next fact? It is the second most abundant metal in the Earth's crust. I think this is the way it's most used. The most abundant metallic element in the Earth's crust is aluminium, and that one was for hundreds of years impossible to extract from its various compounds. I think it was only when electrolysis was invented that it became worthwhile to do. There's a picture somewhere that I've seen online of the man who was the richest man in the world at the time in like 1880 something, or sometime during Queen Victoria's reign, I think. And he's got a turban on, and he's got a lump of pure aluminium. And at that time, I kid you not, aluminium was the most expensive metal on Earth, despite being the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust, because it was always found in compounds with other elements. It was never found on its own, and the process of separating it was too laborious and too expensive. Just a little factoid. Total aside from iron, but iron became the most used and cheapest metal. There we go. What else we got? The chief constituents of the Earth's core. The Earth's core is thought to be almost entirely iron, and the spinning of the iron is thought to be what gives us the magnetosphere, the magnetic shield that protects us from the solar winds and the particles that otherwise would kill us from the sun. They get deflected around by the magnetic field from the Earth's core because of iron. Now you know. James, I saw you there, my friend. Hello. One of the earliest forms of which iron was made available to people, especially in more remote areas, was as meteorites. A lot of meteorites are heavy in iron. Meteorites apparently come in three classifications: stone, mixture of stone and metal, and metal. And the metal ones are like 60 or 70% iron. And this is why in some quite remote places they still had iron and it's variant metals once you start doing steelworks and the likes. But some quite primitive cultures had iron and available to them, and it was often revered because it was a gift from the gods. I know nothing about gemstones, Jasper, and they don't fit in with the topic, which is 26. What else have we got, folks? Within the human body, iron's quite important. In fact, essential. Hemoglobin in the body for transporting oxygen around in the red blood cells. Also, because of its work with the blood cells, again, those organs. In particular, liver, spleen, kidneys, those places. It's found predominantly within foods. We get most of it from red meat, egg yolks, and certain vegetables like carrots are high in iron. Well, there we go, folks. That brings a close to 26 facts, hopefully nearly interesting facts, as my mate Tez would say. Tina, girl. Tina, that's enough. As I was saying, my friend Tez online has a YouTube channel. Very nearly interesting. Okay, folks, that was the number 26. Join me on Sundays for TrampCast. It's the weekly look at the successes, the failures, the happenings in my life as a tramp, a homeless guy, a hobo, living in Torrevieja in Spain. It's at 5 o'clock Spanish time, Central European time. It's at 4 p.m. GMT, UK time, and 10 a.m. US Central Time. Love to see you there, folks. Okay. Delta Mike, out.